Can Daddy cook?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, America. You saw the title. This is going to be Hog Maws and Chitlins from beginning to end, revisited. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I'm doing this. First reason I'm doing it is, yes, I did a Hog Maws and Chitlins video before, but I didn't have a tripod and it was shaking around, and some people say, ooh, I'm getting seasick and I can't watch, so I'm gonna fix that. Two, this is the next video in my series of holiday cooking, okay? And three, I want to show you guys how to clean them. A lot of people ask me, ooh, Sneaky or Daddy, depending on when they shot the message. I wish you would show us how to clean chitlins and this, that, and the other, so I'm gonna take care of that too. All right, guys, now, this here is a bag of chitlins. Don't worry about the brand name. But this is a 5-pound bag of pre-cleaned chitlins. Don't believe that. All right, pre-clean don't mean clean. All right, guys. Okay, and this here is a pack of hog maws. All right, hog stomachs, pig stomachs. All right, guys. I cook them together because you'll see once I clean these chitlins, like I say down south, I'm gonna throw away about 1/3 of them. Most of this is trash, all right? Very little bit's gonna come out of this bag. All right, I have fixed a bag of chips. This is when I was in Kuwait. Me and my brother from another mother would freaking hang out, and I would make some chitlins in the crock pot the hard way, and I would fix 2 bags, and it would only be 2 portions. Right, we both get some, and that's it. I add the hog maws because it adds more volume, and you don't have to cook as many chitlins, all right, guys, per serving. So that's what we have. I have 2 more bags which are in the sink already draining. Let me move to the sink. Next time you see me, I'm gonna have these already in the sink and rinsed, and then I'm going to show you how to clean them. The next step after I show you the chitlins and get those done, then I will show you the hog maws. I will be. And right, we're back. I got all these chitterlings in the sink. Give them a look at that, baby, if you can. Y'all see these guys? These are chitlins. These are pig intestines. Can they see it?
Yep.
Okay, now, I'm gonna give these a wrench. All right, just because they've been sitting in a package, I just showed it to you, of their own fluid, own liquid, which is not bad, but I'm just gonna rinse them off just because that's the way I do. Okay, I'm gonna give these a wrench, and then I'm gonna show you how to clean these. All right, guys, now, while I'm putting some water in here, let me slow this down. So. Let's talk about a few things, guys. Now, last time I did a chitlin video, I got a lot of people beating me up talking about, ooh, Phil, you shouldn't be eating slave food, and the pig is unclean and all of that. First of all, first issue, everybody on the planet doesn't have the same religion. So the folks that have religious obligations, I'll say, religious constraints against pork, turn the video off right now, okay? Don't beat me up about it. If you don't eat pork, fine, okay? There are beef chitlins, never had any. Go that route, or don't do it at all. Just turn the video off if you do not eat pork. Don't beat me up over that, not my fault. Second, all of these people out there saying, oh, this is 2013 and there's no need to eat slave food. Read a book, okay, guys? Chitlins and other parts of organ meat from animals have been consumed since the beginning of teeth. Okay, people, you with me on that? Yes, my African American heritage and chitlins and eating things like that did come from slave masters having slaves, eating the best picks of the meat, the ham, the ribs, and all that stuff, and leaving the rest over for the slaves. And the resilience of the African American people learned how to use the pig feet, learned how to use the pig ears, the snout, the intestines, the tail, so that they can still eat. And that translated into Southern cooking. So that's what we're doing. All right, guys? So save all the crazy comments. If you don't like the Hog Maws and Chitlin video, turn it off. Go talk crap to somebody else. I just want to say that. All right, guys? Now, as far as other cultures, all right, the Hispanic culture, Spanish culture, they grill these, okay? They fry these, all right? In the Philippines, they cook chitlins. All over the world, chitterlings have been cooked, so it's not slave food. Once again, read a book. All right, guys. Anyway, let me drain these. Once I get these drained, then I'll be right back and I'll show you what you're gonna keep and what you're not gonna keep when it comes to chitlins as far as cleaning. Be right. All right, guys, we're back. First thing you want to do is I'm looking at this is my chitlin. Yes, it's a pig intestine. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a look at it. Now, keep in mind, this is a bag of pre-cleaned chitlins, so they say. But I'm taking this membrane off. You see what I'm doing, guys? Look at this. Okay. This half is the membrane. This half is the chitlin. All right, guys? And I'm taking this off of every single one of these. All right? This is what I want remaining. This is what's going in my pot. All right, guys? Once again, take your chitlin out. Lay it out so you can see it. There's my membrane. Now, I started this one so you guys could see it. Do you see that? And once again, guys, this is a pre-cleaned bag of chitlins. And I'm taking this membrane off here, separated from the chitlin, for everything that's going into my pot. All right, guys? Now, that's why my chitlins don't stink. All the stink and all of that is in the membrane. Now, right now, some of you guys are scratching your head. For you chitlin eaters, if you've gone over to your friend or family's house and they're preparing chitlins and the whole house smells like that's because they ain't clean them as good as they, in my opinion, should have. Now, I'm not saying I got the cleanest chitlins in the world, but you see how I clean mine. All right, guys? Anyway, continue doing this. It's a long, meticulous process. It takes a while. I'm gonna be doing this for a minute, all right, for a while, until I get all of these membranes off of all of my chitlins. All right, guys? So I'll be right back and show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, America, I'm back. All the cleaning's been done for these chitlins. Now, I started with 4 packs, 4 5-pound packs, 20 pounds of chitlins and water and all that stuff. Now, in this bag is 3.1 pounds of membrane and trash and blah, 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 blah. All right, guys? Now, keep in mind, these were pre-cleaned chitlins. All right, guys? So all of this, which I'm throwing away, came out of here. And this is what I'm cooking. All right, guys, you with me? Very time consuming, but these are very, very, very clean chitlins. Okay, I'm gonna give them a rinse, and then I'll explain the cooking process. Now, these hog maws that I already showed you, I'm gonna take to the sink, open them up. I'll give you a look-see, show you how I clean those, and then we'll get into finishing up prep and cooking. I'll be right back. I'm still at it, America and world, the rest of everybody. Here you go, y'all. These are 3 packs of hog maws, already clean, meaning pork stomachs. All right, I cut the fat out, and there's a couple veins. I think they're veins. But here they are. Over here, you will see one that has not been cleaned yet. You have this vein type sinew that goes all the way around, okay? And then you have this fat deposit and veinish sinew in the middle that needs to be cut out. My tool of choice, kitchen shears, all right, guys? And it's very simple to do. Once again, this is a pig stomach that's been flattened out. There it is. All right, guys, that is a hog maw for those of y'all that didn't know. We'll take this vein out simply by pulling it like so out of there. I'm gonna use my kitchen shears to clean this up, just like that. Hey, move the camera that way so that they can see it without my arm being in the way. This big deposit in the center. Let me turn this way for you guys. I can keep my hand out of the way. This big deposit in the center is coming out. Can you see that? That's coming out. And I'm just going to continue to lift and cut the fat out of the center. And anywhere else that I see a fat deposit or anything that I don't want going into my pot. All right, guys, it's not very difficult. If you don't have kitchen shears, you can do this with a knife. You just have to really be careful. All right, guys, so I'm gonna continue cleaning this up. And once I get done cleaning this up, I am going to cut these up into a little bit bigger than bite-sized pieces, put it in the pot on top of my chitlins. I'll show that to you once I'm done. Now, that's gonna be it for today, because it's taking me a couple of hours. This is a lot of work, y'all. All right, it's a lot of work to get hog maws and chitlins done, and I still have more to do. Once I get it done, cut up, ready to be cooked, I'll give you a look-see, and then I'm just gonna put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll cook this tomorrow, because once again, it's a long process. Now, this is what pisses people off, and people that, I'm gonna let that run, and people that cook chitlins and all of that good stuff, hog maws and chitlins, get really upset because it's a lot of work, and then they taste really good, and people that are chitlin eaters will come over and be like, ooh, I'm gonna take a plate with me. Oh, or, oh, you're cooking something, I'm gonna come over. No, because it's a lot of work. Anyway, guys, I'm going to finish this up, and I'll give you a look-see. I'll be right back. We are back. Change 2, y'all. This big old pot right here, it's too big to fit in the refrigerator, so I gotta cook them tonight. Now, but in this pot, as you see, I have the hog maws that have been diced up into bigger than bite-sized pieces. All right, you with me? And if you look, the chitlins are underneath, and my hands are clean, guys. If you look inside, can you bring that over here, baby? You look inside, you'll see the chitlins are underneath, okay? You also see some fluid. Now, let me tell you some things that you will always do or not do when it comes to cooking chitlins. All right, guys? First of all, before I talk about my supporting cast, you will not add any water. Do not add any water. There's enough fluid in the chitlins to cook your chitlins and hog maws. Okay, don't add any water. Okay. The next thing, let's talk about the supporting cast. And I'm gonna tell you another thing you don't do. All right, I'm gonna throw in a couple of chicken bouillon cubes, maybe 3, maybe 4. If you have vegetable, go with vegetable, or you want a really mild, you don't want to use beef, a really mild bouillon. Throw that in there, additional flavor. I'm using Lawry's seasoned salt, and it's the only seasoned salt I use. You don't have to use Lawry's, use whatever to season yours, but I use Lawry's seasoned salt. And I'm gonna add some initially, and then I'm gonna let them cook, and close to the end, then I'm gonna add and taste so that I don't make them too salty, because liquid's gonna boil out, and I'm gonna add liquid along the way. I'm gonna use a whole onion of your choice. This case, I happen to have red ones. What color, baby?
It's purple.
It's red onion.
Purple.
I'm gonna use 3 stalks of celery, okay? This is not for eating, this is for flavoring. I'm just gonna scoop these out at the end, all right? And I'm gonna use 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. I'm just gonna peel them and throw them in whole. Once again, that's just for flavoring, not for eating. You can scoop them out, okay, guys? And one thing that you never, ever, ever, ever do is put in black pepper. Never use black pepper. I'm using red pepper, crushed red pepper flakes, okay? The reason you don't put black pepper in your hog maws and chitlins, because if someone looks into your pot, wow, what you cooking? And they see little black things, little black specks floating, they assume that your chitlins are not clean. Does that make sense to you, y'all? Okay, let me do my daughter shaking her head. Let me do my prep work. I'm gonna throw all this in, and it's gonna be a long cook, guys. These are gonna go for about 3 hours, okay? And this house is gonna smell fantastic because y'all saw how clean my chitlins are. Let me do the prep work. I'll let you see me throw this stuff in. I'll turn it on, give it a stir, and then it's for the long haul, 3 hours. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this going. I'm gonna put my pot that you saw on medium heat, medium low. I just wanna get all the juices going and it just start boiling so nothing sticks, all right? Medium low initially, okay? Inside is all of this, my celery, my garlic, and my onions that I cut in very big chunks. In there like so. Nice. I'm gonna put in some Lawry seasoned salt. Just eyeballing it. I would say that's probably a 1/4 cup with that. Some red pepper flakes, couple shakes. I don't want it too spicy for my girls. That's good right there. And I'm gonna put in 4 bouillon cubes. Just like this. 1, 2, still 2, 3, that is it, y'all. Let me pull out my pretty big spoon. I'm gonna give this a stir. Just like that. Give you guys a look-see. And this is gonna stew for 3 hours. All right, guys? That is that. That's not that hard, is it, guys? The hardest part is cleaning. That took me hours, guys. It took me a long time, but you saw the detail. Once again, you absolutely have to have clean chitlins, clean hog maws for you to have fantastic flavor. Don't add water. Don't add any black pepper. Season how you want to. I throw in some bouillon cubes. Boom. I'll let you guys see it as we go along. Hey, America, we're back. Now, it's been about an hour. I set the kitchen timer for an hour. Before I give you a look-see, I've been stirring it periodically for an hour. You need to make sure you stir all the way to the bottom of your pot to make sure none of the hog maws or chitlins stick, all right? Until they tighten up. I'll show you what tighten up means. They're gonna go from being loose to, they're gonna tighten up. They're gonna kind of look rubbery a little bit, but they're gonna tighten up some. All right, but I did that for about 30-40 minutes on medium heat until they came to a boil, till I was sure they won't stick in the bottom of the pot. Now, here we go. There's two things I want you to notice. One, baby, can you bring that over? One, take a look at that. You see what I mean by tighten up, y'all? Okay, they're not loose like they were. They've tightened up. Two, notice that liquid. You see how much fluid is in my pot? I have added absolutely no water. Don't add any water. I said that before. All right, guys. Now at this point, they're good to go. They're at medium heat, medium low, and I'm just gonna let them stew. All right, because this is the first hour. Probably go for another 2 hours or so, and they'll be done. I'm not gonna start tasting them for tenderness and all that for at least 2 hours for another hour. All right, that way I'll feel good inside that they're safe because they are intestines and stomachs. Now, let's talk about the way they smell, excuse me. My daughter said something interesting, Octavia, my camera woman. Say, hey, America.
Hey, America.
Okay, I was trying to figure out what they smell like, because the house smells good. There is no stink in my house. Baby, what did you say they smell like?
I think they smell like shrimp, but like more on the, like, if it makes sense, meaty, more meaty.
Okay, meaty shrimp. Okay, now I'm going to try to elaborate. It does taste like an organ meat. Smell like an organ meat. You can tell it's something that came from inside of an animal, but there's no stink in the house. It smells very good.
You can smell the seasonings.
Yeah, you can smell the seasonings. It just smells good. Please try this, guys. Please try this. Overcome your fears. Anyway, I'm gonna let this go for another hour. I'll probably be back in about an hour. Set the kitchen timer for another hour, and that's when I'll do my first taste test, and we start adjusting seasonings a little bit. I'm not really gonna adjust seasoning until I get to the third hour because, like I said before, the liquid will reduce, and you don't want to over salt or over season. All right, guys, that's where we're at. We'll be back shortly. I'll see you. All right, guys, it's been 2 hours now. All right, 2 hours in. I did a taste, and I feel safe enough to be able to taste them. I tasted one of the hog maws. It had flavor, but needed seasoning, so I added some more Lowry seasoned salt. I think about a couple tablespoons, and I added some garlic salt and some onion salt. I can taste it. I tasted the broth. I can taste it, but I still need to allow for evaporation, so I didn't season it heavily. This is where we're at right now. Take a look, see. Gonna give them a look, baby. Once again, I have not added anything. You notice the onions and everything have pretty much melted away. The garlic's in there somewhere. So there is some celery, but it's, in there. All right, guys, I'm gonna let this go for another hour. It smells glorious. Like my daughter said. Now, my wife, Kim, who y'all rarely see, I asked her what it smelled like. She said, it smells like I'm, see if you agree with this, Tay. She said it smells like I'm roasting a pork roast, or like I'm baking pork chops. Mm-hmm. That sound right?
Yeah.
That's how it kind of smells.
Now, at first it smelled like shrimp. I was right.
So I'm going to continue. Let this go for another hour. I'm going to set the timer for another 60 minutes. We're very close. I've tasted one. It's still got a bite. It's kind of chewy, so they still need to get more tender. I'm going to continue to cook. I'll be right back. All right, America, we're back. It is like 4 hours later, all right, and everything's done. They taste fantastic. It just took a while for them to get done because I didn't want to cook them fast. I cooked them on medium heat. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch places. We're not going to stop the camera. I'm going to switch places with my baby, my camera woman. Octavia's right behind the camera. Normally, chitlins are served over rice in some cases, or you add a bunch of hot sauce, or whatever you want to do to your hog maws and chitlins. I want her to taste them pure. She can taste the hog maws, she can taste the chitlin, tell you what she thinks, and then I'm going to come around and taste it and let y'all know. I've been tasting as I've been cooking. But anyway, here we go. Come on, baby. What I want you to do is taste a hog maw and a chitlin and tell me what you think.
Okay. I love this job.
She said, I love this job. All right, don't say nothing, just chew and swallow. I won't put you on the spot.
Wait, I'm good. Oh, so good.
Is what? Okay, well, tell me what you think.
It's cooked through yet,
Okay.
and it's not tough. It's really tender. Nice and seasoned.
All right.
So good. The cayenne pepper. Yeah.
Red, no, not cayenne. Well, same thing. Crushed red pepper.
Okay, you don't taste that, but it's seasoned really.
But you feel a little bit of heat, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's what I want. Okay, try the chitlin. I know the chitlin's gonna fall apart, but tell me what they should taste about the same.
Yep.
Nice, fantastic, good. Okay, let's swap. Let's swap. No, I gotta try it. Look at you trying to jack my.
You tried it when you were
I've been
cooking.
tasting. Anyway, y'all, here you go, Mary. Let me get me a little bit, and. Great flavor. You can taste the onion. You can taste the garlic. They're tender. You chew them. When you bite through, they're not chewy. You need to try this, y'all. You need to absolutely try it. I might put a little bit more red pepper so I can get a little bit more kick. But they taste fantastic. That was the hog maw. Let me find the chitlin. If I can find the chitlin, I think that's a chitlin. There you go. That was a chitlin and a hog maw. The chitlins are pretty much fall apart tender. Hog maws are just tender. And that's the way you do it, y'all. From beginning to end. Make sure your hog maws and chitlins are clean. Make sure that you don't add water. And you'll come out with a fantastic, fantastic dish. My girls call me
Daddy.
and I cook.
He cooks wonderfully.
Peace. Can Daddy cook?